Efface the stamp of ego from the heart. That is the topic of discussion for this morning. Efface the stamp of ego from the heart. Ego, whole the way it is a barrier, perverse reflection of the Jivatma. Perverse reflection, not only reflection, not ordinary. It should not be taken that way. Perverse reflection of the Jivatma or soul. So this has to be effaced. That has to be got rid of. Try to get rid of the ego as quick as it is possible. With the ego, very difficult to progress. Not at all possible. You must know. Ego was the helper initially. Ego is the bar. All the time you can find. So very much prominently you can understand. You must get rid of this ego. There is no other go. Ego, it has got 10,000 forms. It is coming, but we are not able to identify which way it is really coming. That is the difficulty with us. That is the problem with us. We don't know what really the problem is and where really we start. So Sri Aurobindo quotes, you face the stamp of ego from the heart, and because Sri Aurobindo focuses more upon the heart. Already you have heard the message from Sri Aurobindo's writings. If you wish to install there the living presence, keep the temple clean. Keep the temple clean. Temple clean means, you see, yesterday your Kartik month of Kartik is over. That Purnima is over. You went, worshipped Lord Kartika, Lord Shiva, Lord Ganesh, and other gods and goddesses. Puri was almost full. Overwhelmingly, it was actually crowded, and this flow is over. People have started receding. The flood came like anything, and it is receding like anything right now because this month is gone. We celebrated like anything with the intention of this religious vendetta that was there in the possibilities. It waited you for, and today you go and worship flesh cutters, goat cutters, maybe the Muslims or anybody else, because that month is gone. That was a dharma month, a religious month, and this month is yesterday, it is over. Likely it is got totally upside down. So here the thing is focused upon heart. From the heart you try to efface the stamp of ego. The faster you do, the better for you. And let the love of mother take the place. When it will be effaced, when you will reject it, simply throw it out. That blank will be there. So you have to fill in the blanks with what? With the divine. That is what. Place the divine mother in that place. Cast from the mind all the insistence on your personal ideas. Whatever is there in the personal ideas. Mind is a great factor. You have to cross over the mind. That mind is in the beginning it is ordinary mind, and when you rise up you can find the different layers of mind, like higher mind, illu mind, intuitive, over mind. Then these are all under spiritual mind. Then you will proceed to the supramental super mind. So here, cast from the mind, that mind you are having, from that mind you cast what? All insistence on the personal ideas and the judgment. Personal ideas and the judgment, you cast them out. Then you will have the wisdom to understand her. With your mind, very difficult. If you follow your mind, it will not recognize the mother even when she is manifest before you. Suppose somewhere she is manifesting before you, and you are in the mind, not being in the soul. The soul that answers to the truth. Soul knows, soul recognizes, soul lives. That is the truth. But the mind looks at appearances. That all the appearances that is there covered inside the mental verdicts. So live in the mind, live in the soul. So your personal ideas and judgments, you have to throw them out, so that wisdom to understand her, you will be in a position, you will have possess the wisdom to identify, understand her. Let there be no obsession of self-will, ego drive in the action. Don't go. Sometimes we do because we don't know what really we are doing. That is the problem with us. We don't know what really we are doing, but we are thinking we are doing. Yes, you are doing, no problem. But the thing is that how you are doing, and what is the attitude, what is the wisdom with which you are really proceeding on, that is what to be covered up, that was to be seen. Most of the time what we really do, we mingle, amalgate truth and falsehood, light and darkness, surrender and selfishness, both opposite contrary characteristic. We mix them in a single device, and we feel we have done a great thing. But thing is that it has got its adverse impact on you. Mixing truth and falsehood, light and darkness, and surrender and selfishness. If you amalgate, you mix them in a single heart. Maybe it is actually it is done. It is mixed. It is kept alive in most of the hearts. But the hearts that these are particularly consecrated to the divine. These don't try to place in a single place. That is very much clumsy, and you can't proceed in the path of yoga. So, let there be no obsession of self will, ego drive in the action, love of personal authority, attachment to the personal preferences. These must be extirpated from the nature. It has got no place, no value in your yoga. Okay, what happens? Self will, obsession of self will. Then next comes what is it there? Ego drive in action. Second, third, love of personal authority. This must not be there. And the fourth, attachment to personal preferences. Fourth, and then the mother's force will be able to act clearly in you. If all these forces are extirpated from the nature, if you have thrown them out, then mother force will come and act in you. I will try to repeat and try to remind all these four what are really we are possessing, and really we don't know what really we have to do with them. It is coming. Obsession of the self will, second. Ego drive in the action, then third, love of personal authority, fourth and final, attachment to personal preferences. When these four are extirpated from the nature, then finally mother's force will be able to act clearly and directly in you, and you will get inexhaustible energy for which you ask, and and your service will be perfect. These four, they are actually blocking, resisting, but you don't know. You feel they are my helpers. They are neither helping you nor you are getting benefited. But thing is that you don't know. Even if to some extent it is hard inside your ear that you are able to hear it. But thing is that you are not interested to throw them out because since long you have been acquainted, you have been in formal, very close relationship with them. So throw them out, and then only what will happen? You will get the inexhaustible energy, and your second, your service will be perfect. Otherwise, simply people are doing, I am doing, and it has got absolutely no value. You will one day you will feel, and you will realize that I have wasted my time. Then you will feel what I really did. I have served, I have done, I have sacrificed, but for what? I did not know the true reality, the real track I did not know. I did not know how to carry them out. And what is the truth? I was not able to understand. And simply I wasted my very precious time. Really, it is a very bad luck. Then the steer in the course, the sooner you get rid of Abhiman, the better. Abhiman or ego. Abhiman or ego. In you can find in Odia also it is called Abhiman. In Hindi also you can find Abhiman. That movie is also Abhiman, Amitabh Bachchan and Jaya Prada. You have heard उठे कोई मन का नजर बन के तेरी साथी कौन है वो, like this, that the song you have heard Abhiman, that is was a great film. So this Abhiman, this ego, this ahankar, the sooner you get rid of this Abhiman, the better. Sooner it needs to be replaced. You must get rid of this Abhiman or ahankar or ego at the earliest. Don't possess it, is in no way helpful. It is 100% you can file it is a barrier. It is bringing resistance to you. Don't get involved with them. Sooner you get rid of the abhiman, the better. Anyone who indulges abhiman or ego puts himself under the influence of the hostile forces. If you feel, let them, okay, they are here since long, since time immemorial, since my birth, they keep staying with me. How shall I throw them out? Then you are gone. Then you are gone. You are under their influence, and once you are coming under that direct influence of these forces, then what happens? They are hostile forces. They don't give you anything better, and rather they will destabilize you, throw you out of the track. You will having absolutely no option but to be under their influence. Then here in the course, pride is only the form of ego. Pride, that is only a form of ego, because already 10,000 ways. Sri Aurobindo quotes, it is coming in 10,000 ways to us, but we are not capable of understanding how really they are coming. That is our problem. That is our problem. Pride is only one form of ego, and there is then 10,000. That's what Sri Aurobindo quotes. 10,000 forms, 10,000 others we don't know, we can't recognize, because that Saptik, Tamasic, and Rajasic, that also, even if we know, but we can't understand it very characteristically, we can't recognize and we can't be get rid of them. So, pride is only one form of ego, and there is 10,000 others. 10,000 others. We don't know how much we are capable of understanding, and how long will take to recognize. Even if all we who are gathering around here doing our research work on ego, pride. So, like pride, we get we are able to know, identify the pride like this. If all will go and searching and searching and searching, we may get around 10 forms. But here in the course, then 10,000 others. Then what about the others? In which way they are coming? And they are hidden. They are well inside us and around us. But we are not capable of understanding. We are not recognizing. And once we are not capable, you see, we are not capable of recognizing, then how we will reject them? How we will get rid of these clothes, their clothes? Then every action is of a man is full of ego. Just imagine how Sri Aurobindo is serious, damn serious. Proudly he's explaining where really our error stands. Each action of man is full of ego, the good one as well as in the bad. His humility as much as his pride, his virtues as well as his vices. Anything you recognize, anything you analyze, you can find the touch of ego. Ego is well behind everything. Very interesting. Each action of man is full of ego, the good ones as well as the bad. Secondly, the humility as much as is in pride. Third, is virtue as much as in its vice. You can find the touch of ego, the presence of ego behind everything. That is a great thing here in the course. And in Savitri also, Sri Aurobindo has explained us very clearly, very interestingly, clearly. Pity is a weakness in the heart. His pity is a weakness in the heart. His goodness, laxity in the nerves. His altruism, ego's other face. He serves the world that him the world may serve. So these are the things very characteristically. We feel we are doing. We think their people are very good. They are doing something great. But thing is that here in the course behind everything, there is the presence of ego, some selfishness, selfish motive, everything here. Here also same thing, behind good work or bad work, humility as well as behind the pride, behind the virtue as well as behind the vice. You can find the presence of ego. To get the ego out of the human nature is not so simple as that you think. It's not so simple, very difficult, very tough task. We don't know how to throw it out. That is the problem with us. If one is free from ego, then what happens? Does nothing with reference to himself or for his own sake. No, does nothing, absolutely nothing. It is for the divine. Our life has been sacrifice to our life. It is given to you. So sacrifice only for the divine, not for the purpose of sacrifice, but only for the divine, and all the thoughts feelings are for the divine. And this is the, jivan mukta and the siddha yogi. That is where they live, that there only lies. Try to identify, try to send, try to get rid of the ego. Dhanyavad.